Lacking. That's a bit dark. Where are we keeping? Champion. Champion. I'm supposed to run it again. Back. Right. Before we do. Yeah. There you go. Allison. Bradley. Right back. Bradley. Nate. Kwanzaa. Simicast. Soboslai. Endo and Elliott to the midfield. Sorry, that should be grabbing work. I didn't change it. My bad. Salah, Gakpo, Kez. I don't know which way Kez and Gakpo probably altered. But yeah, it's grand, lads. Another testing lineup. Been testing since after the first league. Changing the lineup every week. Because I think that's really giving fellas a chance. Carl, how are we? How was the Dominican Republic? I think he's really been testing out. Or testing out, huh? Lee, how's it going? Is the game on TT? No, it's Monday Night Football. Benny, yes. You think we're going to course, even with a test, I'd always believe it. Because we can be the ultimate underdog. Have to. Logically, yeah. I think it'll be a good game. That's why I said it was going to be 4-2. Maybe we bring on a stronger 11 as it goes along. And I take it over. Right now. Act Madness, thank you for the follow. I keep breaking up. Hang on a second. No. If it's as quality, wait. Don't know why it was doing that. I'm back now again. Yeah, I changed to my singing setup, which doesn't come through on this. My bad, lad. I'm glad I thought of it. I'm going to delete this one, actually. Delete that. Okay. Yes. Alright. I don't need that one. There we go. There you are. Sorry, lads. Thanks for letting me know. Let me know. Now you have to shut me up. You are back. Come on, dear. Doing that. Always bridesmaid, never a bride, Steve. I left you alone and all the side in the shop the other day. Oh, we're about to start. Yeah. I know. Lads, stay with the time with me. Don't jump ahead. Boom, we're off. That's exactly what I am. Follow that clock. As you know, anybody in chat that does try to spoil it will get banned by the moderators, and I won't see it anyway. So, it doesn't matter. Oh, no, I was just walking around the shop, Steve. I walked over towards, I didn't know what I was looking for. I was looking for, do you know that stuff when you do the shower gel? Outsource stuff, is it? The one that when you put it on you, it's minty fresh, but it burns the balls off you. That stuff. What's your opinion on the new lads in for the pool? Loving it, man. I love it. Because, I mean, even FRIMPONG comes in for Salah when he's gone to AFCON, you know? Oh, that's beautifully left from Harvey. Beautifully. Look at him going through the centre. Jesus. Gakpo. Gakpo. Gakpo! Ah. So, yeah, just give us a grace. I don't know why Sabasai didn't play it the outside of his foot there towards. Cheers, man. Thanks very much. Yeah, we deserved it. You know, we were brilliant all season. And like a lot of teams stepped up as well this season. You know, you know yourself, Steve. You're a good Arsenal fan, but some of your fan base, man, were nuts this season, talking about it being a weak league and that. What the hell were they on about? The only thing I ever said to that is like, look at Arsenal in general since 2000, since the Invincible season. They haven't passed 84 points more than 3 times in 26 years. That's nuts, like 25 years. Yeah, they are painful, like. And you just have to tell them these stats, but they just live in fantasy la la land. It's like a lot of people just say stuff on the internet and then tell you, no, that's what the truth is. But then, you know, stats say completely different. I'm like, did we just ignore stats and truths and facts these days, or what's the deal, yeah? So, and just like go with narratives, is it? It's that fella Typhy in that AFTV. He's painful to listen to, man. I'm pretty sure at this stage he's special needs. So I feel sorry for even, you know, questioning it. How are we anyway, lads? How are you getting on? Who else is going to be around? Who else is going for the weekend? I'm flying. This is my final watch along, by the way. For those, I couldn't put that into the title of TikTok, but this is my final watch along of the season. Ozzy, how are you, lad? Facts getting in the way of being ignorant, exactly. Do you think Wirtz will come to Liverpool? That would be an awesome set. It would be an unbelievable signing. Who's Ginger? Who do you support? Who's fucking Ginger? That's great, buddy. What's on your screen? Yeah, I'm going to the match, yeah. I'm on the final game of the season. So, Lee, I've 3 season tickets, lad. So, I'm over for that. For the final game of the season. Me and Eugene and Ferg, the 3 amigos, we're over for that. We got to, geez, we were at the last game. We were at the Arsenal game last as well together. And we're over there for the parade, but I'm flying back after the parade. I'm providing the drink, that's what it is, you know. So I'm not drinking in for the foreseeable. And you, I think, probably a hernia operation, I say, over the next few months. So I've just decided to lay off everything until that's done. Huh? I said 4-2. I just thought it'd be, you know, where we actually playing really well with this team. Brighton are very defensive. Lucky you, man. I'd only dream of it. Have a great time. Cheers, yeah. You know, first time seeing this lift the title in my lifetime without being, you know, I couldn't get over the late 80s. When I was over in the late 80s, I couldn't get those games, like, you know. So this will be my first time seeing it. And I'm 43. That'll tell you, you know. Going forward, we might never see a club going past 85 points against, especially how competitive league. That's what I was saying, Steve. The league has improved, man. Just going to, like, if we're, what do we take this season? Chelsea and Forest, 2 losses, is it? That's it. And the fact we've only 2 losses all season and hardly any draw, like, we didn't take our foot off the pedal until, you know, we won the league against Spurs. That was it. Fans not on here as well. But we tell you a result today, because we went to look at a house to buy, a new house to buy. Oh, Steve, I forgot to tell you, yeah, we're moving. Just a bit further away, but we're moving. We would have loved that one that was up in Drummahan. But we're going for something that's bigger, like way bigger. And but that's out towards Glanworth, up by Glanworth there. Just to let you know, so internet's still good though. England fans are crazy. I'm from America. Okay. You follow United. It's lovely, man, where we are. Don't worry, I know we haven't done much here. We couldn't do anything in this house, really, Steve. You know, because you're in kind of an estate area and stuff like that. And out there now, man, it's just all our own land. It's just it's over half an acre. And then even the house itself is like 2,200 square feet. So it's nice. Be very interesting. A lot of teams going to be on fire. Sure, it should be good. I think so as well, Lee. To be honest with you. Miss KERKEZ looks a done deal. Yeah, I've seen that, Carl. Seen that, man. Yeah, I'll get the all summer now. I have all the transfer shows to do and basic shows, and you know, it's going to be next season will be very good. I still think City can't do it. City can't do much, man. I'm telling you now, they're in big trouble. They had to pull out of the Vert deal because they couldn't afford it. Apparently, they're under lock and key now, dude. Well done. They're under lock and key, so they'll have to improve. I mean, they're going for Morgan Gibbs White. And like, they're a handy player, like, but City level, I don't think so. They're in the first transition period. Them know it's that even if they go down, they're hoping to keep players like that. I think they see it coming. That's why they're pulling out the bigger deals, because I think the big players now are kind of looking for assurances that City aren't going to be relegated. Rodri's knee is bollocks, man. I said it 2 seasons ago that he was getting, when you started picking up those injuries, I said, Jesus, if they lose Rodri, man, they're screwed. And they've Phillips that they don't even trust. Like, they got rid of Phillips and brought in Kovacic, who's also, you know, an injury waiting to happen. And then all they had was Rodri. There was no cover there. And, like, Pep is completely reliant on a midfield enforcer. What's he doing there throwing his leg out like that? That's what a load of shite. What a ball to Salah. Trent 2. Go on. Go on, more. More. Oh! Shot on target. That's what I'm saying, you know? And he tries to do on KDB. Imagine him with Liverpool. Wow. He's a massive Liverpool fan. He has been all his life, you know? So, you know, if you brought him in as a James Milner type and just did some, you know, and did some substitute appearances for him, I'd take it. Why not? We went seasons after season, you know, season after between us and Munich for Wurtz, yeah. And, you know, if we can offer more than Munich, to be honest with you. Like, Slot is after saying himself, he's after being completely adamant about it as well, that Liverpool are only going to go for the players that are going to make us better, which means that we are going to be shopping at the top table. So, you know. Sabi, how's it going? It is, yeah, it's great to see KERKEZ starting. That's a great ball inside. Bradley. Oh, yes. Megged. Yes, Harry. Is that? Elias, get in. What a ball. That was brilliant from Bradley. That was all Conor Bradley there, man. Outstanding. Trent fucking who? That was outstanding, lads. Drumble team would have to pay. Yeah, they will have to pay more because to get them local, they'll want first to leave the league, Bayer Leverkusen, so they can take on what's his name? Yeah, we just put this up here. Goal. You're behind me. Oh, sorry. This is brilliant. That was brilliant. Like, Bradley just left 2 of them for dead there. 2 of them for dead. He's been man of the match last game, and he's been brilliant so far in this game. Conor Bradley's going to be a superstar, lads. An absolute superstar. And you know, Frimpong was going to come in. He's going to rotate with Salah more than be a right back. You know that. Yeah. Massive Liverpool fan. He's going to play for the short, and the fact that we have Frimpong there, you know, Frimpong may take time to adjust. Be a great player to come on and take Salah off for. Oh, brilliant. Simiclas. Yeah. I know KERKEZ, almost a done deal. That's, you know, on the left. That means Simiclas is on the way out. We make money for him because he's not going on a free. He'll go out. Andy Robertson could just be there doing a rotation. It could be the kind of like when Andy Robertson was there with Moreno, and we just fizzled Moreno out after a few months, and Robertson took over from then after a couple of months. So we see. Oh my God. It almost dipped over Ali. Bradley with class. It's about time he gets a chance to show that. No, Trent is gone. He's a better defender than Trentley. I don't care how much people love Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's not a good defender. I've said it for years. Go back all of my shows. I've said Bradley's a better defender. Trent has just got a worldie of a right foot. And he was like Trent had his peak seasons, 19, 20. That was the Champions League seasons, those 2 seasons. That was Trent peak. After that, he was constantly getting caught over the top. I mean, a couple of times Rashford made a holy show of him. I was always worried when Trent was on the right back position against an attacking side. Sorry, no, that's it to move that off the screen. Scored in every away game this season. Who did? You have to pay 120 million. We have to pay. Yeah, it's 84 million or something pounds, so it's 90 million euro or something. Yeah, something. That's a steal, to be honest with you, Carl. Wirtz is outstanding. Well done. Ooh. Bingo. That was a good play over here. Yeah, it was. There we go. Salah. Inside, brilliant. KERKEZ. Go on, KERKEZ. Elliot. Elliot, that's... He's got such a weak touch when he's on the move. That's the problem with Elliot. He'll try and flick it or something, and it's just such... It's so weak. Yeah. I said Trent would have been better in the middle. We said it years ago. Once Jordan Henderson left Liverpool, Trent should have been moved into midfield. We should have bought another right back. He should have been... Even if it took him a while to get up there, you know, he's a better right foot than Hendo, which is brilliant. He just has to work it hard. But you look at Trent this season, man, and this is why I booed him as well when I was in the stadium, because and to have my full say in it, you're talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold that swore his allegiance to the club, told the club 15 months ago, almost 16 months ago, that he was wanting to leave near the end of his contract, right, and that and all of that. So the club were like, oh, that's fair enough if you want to do that or whatever. Like, the club were being completely respectful. So then they tried to open talks with him multiple times in the 16 months to try and get a deal done, so that they say, right, you sign the extra contract now. So that means another season where we won the league just now. And then you can leave for a fee to whoever you want to go to, as long as it's, like, we put a stipulation in, as long as it's Real Madrid or somebody like that, you know. And that's grand. But Trent and his brother cut off all communication to the club, kept pawning him off, let his contract wind down, did whatever Real Madrid wanted to do, right? All the while telling people, going down doing the talking thing in the stadium, doing all of that. I'm telling you, man, this move from Trent Alexander-Arnold to leave the club is worse than Coutinho's, Torres's, Sterling's, all put together. That's how bad it was. Spencer, how are you? And that's what I think of it. He could have made the club money and went off in his time, and nobody would have given a shit. They would have said, all right, you gave us great years and all of that. Everything. People are, this excuse to people who use, oh, he gave 20 years to the club. No, he didn't. Liverpool developed him for a long, long time, spent a lot of money on him, gave him his opportunity, put him in the first team really, really young with the talent that he had, even though he wasn't that great of a defender, you know? And Joe Pedro's not playing, I don't think, as far as I can see. Is he? No, he lost Welbeck. And gave him that opportunity. And then people saying, oh, you gave his club for 20 years, you know, he should be allowed to leave and all. No Scouser was saying that, to be honest with you. And what they did do is, what I would say to that is, well, then who was looking for him for the other 18 years? You know, that he was at the club. Was anybody coming and looking for him, or did we just like create a brilliant player, pay him a really good wage because he was the highest paid right back, and then he just leaves on a free. And on top of this, at 26, I might add, where there's 10 years left in his 10 years left in his career, which means he could have signed another contract, played another couple of years, left at 28, 29 to go to Real Madrid, and still had a good 6 or 7 year season as a right back, as the type of right back that he is in the way Real Madrid, you know. And that's it. So there's a lot that Trent has done, and it's just, it's snaky, is what he's done. And that's why he's got booed, rightly so. And the scouts, they were all around me, man, and I was hearing, yeah, ass. In the state, every fella that was shouting was a scouser. The only people that were clapping him were fellas in half and half scarves, and that's the only way I can say it, yeah. And you know there's a lot of them around the stadium now. So people were saying there was a couple of scraps and everything broke out. Of course there was a couple of scraps broken out. There was probably a couple of scousers throwing shit at a few Asian lads that are sitting there clapping Trent for leaving the club. You know, it's what happens. Oh, shit. What's Spencer say? Sorry. And you're so happy to see KERKEZ play. Me too, man. Me too. Yeah, so that's the only way I look at the moral of the thing. I couldn't give a shit about Trent Alexander leaving personally. I give a shit about the fact that we made absolutely nothing on a guy that could have gone for 100 odd million. And that's the point. He saw his contract out when he gave Liverpool a season and a half's notice. More than that. So time to sign a new contract, no problem. But Real Madrid said, don't sign a new contract and we'll sort you out. They're after giving him less money than what he's at Liverpool. Like less money than what he's at Liverpool. And he's gone out there. You mark my words, man. Trent Alexander-Arnold will be sitting on the bench with braids in his hair in 2 years' time at 28. Wishing he'd never left the fucking club. That's it. Simple as. Oh. Yeah. Still, like, I'm only seeing it as fair as I can, Carl. You know, I'm not just being spiteful because we're losing a player or whatever. That shit doesn't bother me, man, because I think Bradley's a better right back. Gravenberch, that was brilliant. I think Bradley's been the better right back. He's just better positionally. He's better at getting the leg, sticking the leg in there. He's aggressive a bit more. Sometimes too aggressive, but you know he'll with less naivety he'll calm down with that. But Trent all season, man, wasn't tracking back, wasn't running back. When he was going to put the leg in, he pulled it out a lot of the time. Didn't bother fighting for the ball for the club, and that disgusts the shit out of me. I said it, I'd be screaming at him. Anybody who's been watching my lives have seen me screaming at him. There's Trent not running back again. There's him waiting for his move to Madrid. Disgusting. And I said if Trent stayed and showed his loyalty, I'd put his name on my jersey next season. For the first time. Because I could see him, man. It's just him and Jude are just too pally, man. And they don't think straight, you know? His family are acting like snobs as well. They're giving out to people as well about getting out of council estates and stuff online and just doing that. And I'm like, don't forget where you're from. Never, like. Oh. There you go. Aye, Ibu back. That run. Jeez, KERKEZ makes some lovely runs. Ibu McConaughey looking to run his contract down next. If he does, I would put him on the bench. That way he misses the World Cup until he signs a new contract. What do you think? Oh yeah, if he does that, 100%. You can't see his contract down. That can't happen. If that's the case, go and buy a centre back this summer and say, see you later, Ibu. That's just the way it works, lads. You know, there's a lovely fella there in Bastoni and the likes of these guys that are around defending, really good defenders. You know, Huyson, Real Madrid aren't going to be looking for defenders. No, they're buying Huyson. So where's Ibu going to go? PSG? Maybe, but we'll get a lot of money from him if he does that. No. Lovely, lovely, lovely heart. There you go. Oh, he's gone through the middle. How you doing? Chiesa. Go on, shoot. Yeah. Oh, Bradley. Jesus. Lads, that should have been a goal. Lads, how was that not a goal? Absolutely dominating him on the counter-attack. Oh, thank you for the heart, Savvy. I didn't see that. Lads, don't worry. All alerts, everything will be fixed by next season. I don't have the time to do it now. It's too, like, when I go into alerts, it becomes massive. Like, it's just fucking shit will just be popping up all over the place. IFA, thank you for the follow. Real Madrid is rumour. For Ibu? And who? For Huyson? Who's that? Ayan. Alright. This team has been playing well, lads. Yeah. Some of the good staff needs backing. Gravenberch has to be not underestimated either, you know. He's sitting just in front between the two centre backs tonight, which allows Bradley and Tsimikas to just bomb on. Well, especially Bradley, because Slot likes playing with a right back that's inverted, but that just has a free role, really. Who got the assist? Oh, it was Bradley. User. Conor Bradley. He was outstanding. He's been man of the match for me so far. Again. Don't worry, Kev, your streams are awesome. Thanks very much, Cal. No, but I want to do everything. I want to do all graphics here. There's like a full version of these that I do that you can do, and like people will actually design them for you and stuff like that. And I'm going to start doing that next season. I'm going to get all customized. I also have to change my banner on my YouTube channel because it's got like 19 on it, so I have to change that to 20. So I have to create a banner for that. But I won't be able to do it until after the season's finished. Who's going to take the free kick? Sabo. Give it to Sabo. Sabo needs a few of these free kicks. He can just hammer. Yan on the ball. I see yellow card anywhere else in the pitch. Does Jonas is someone's trying to that? Yeah, we don't have to talk about Jonas. We'll judge Edwards. That's what we'll do. We'll judge Jonas if they don't do something about it then afterwards. But it's just on Edwards, and he's pulling the right move so far. Which is like Frimpong and KERKEZ almost in the door, and the transfer window hasn't even opened. And just remember, lads, there's an early transfer window this year as well for Premier League, because that's normally just goes until July. But it's earlier this year because of stuff happening with the Club World Cup and all that kind of stuff now that they're pushing to the summer. Sabas, like, come on, whip that in there, Saba. Oh, I'm delighted Sabo's getting a chance at the free kicks though, because he's lethal at him. Absolutely lethal. Grav, oh, Grav's deft touches are just outstanding, aren't they? Oh, it's a lovely ball up over the top. Caught Elliott there because Bradley was up a bit high. Well done, Kwanzaa. Give him a free header. Well done, Gakpo. That's not a handball. Shut up, Alan Smith. You pleb. Doesn't wait in. There's been enough in this to encourage Brighton. Brighton have been absolutely hammered so far, to be honest with you. They've had like 2 attacks. I'm pretty sure some of these commentators don't realise Slot's tactics. That he allows the other team in periods, halfway through a half or so, to have touches of the ball. I'll go back again. You've heard me saying this about 6 times already, lads. The pre-season games against Arsenal and United is when I saw what Slot football was like. He allowed them to have possession. He allowed them to think that they were comfortable to come out of this low block that they were trying to do a counter-attack, make them push on the small bit, and then absolutely punish them. And we beat them 3-0, 3-0, was it? 3-0, 3-1, something like that. And that continued on to the next time we played United as well, beating them 3-0 at Old Trafford. It's only when we were tired, man, that we didn't do anything this season. Not that we played badly, but when we were tired. We were tired against PSG. Ended up bloody winning the game. You know? Your 100 quid would have been on the line. Or 100 quid. Apparently real attack of the we're gonna do. I don't know. Say the same thing of how we get away with talking to Frimpong and KERKEZ. They're just able to do it now. Jesus, have a look where you're heading now. I didn't get that about the 100 quid. I'm last now with that. And lads, I don't know why in the last 4 or 5 games, why the pop... Oh, Jesus, that's not even showing here. Why the pop-ups for the chat aren't showing on the... I know they're showing now on TikTok. But why the pop-ups for TikTok chat isn't showing in the chat. I don't understand. Water, Kev. I like that. Oh, yeah, that's all I'm on, dude. My stomach is still in bits from last weekend, man. I was over there with Gary and the lads last weekend. Jesus, it was great. It was great. It was a great weekend, to be honest. Agent's cousin talks to parents of player. Yeah, something like that. As he tap-ups. I can't see Canete leaving anytime soon, though, to be honest, if he gets enough time later. I think he just wants to negotiate a deal. He'll find... He's after seeing the deal now with Trent leaving. It's not a good idea to leave. Unless... Oh, Jesus. Unless his dream is to play for bloody PSG, being a French player, I don't see why he would leave. Marquez, thank you for the follow. Will be interesting to see Stefan Boychettis, Jürgen Gamo and Jaden Dance next season. Yeah. I think the same. I think if we get Wirtz and he can play that kind of false 9 road and we need him to, I think Jaden Dance can certainly come out for cup competitions and develop a bit more. We have an abundance of players there. I was still like we still have 2 more years on Chiesa's contract, so whether Slot doesn't see the value in him now and maybe does a deal with Napoli to get him over there, because you know how much he's coveted in Italy. Like, he is adored in Italy. Chiesa. So regardless of injury, they know they can get him back to his best, really. And go on, that's it. Go on, Sabo. Ah, no. Poor from Sabo. You know. But if he does, his show will be following the beautiful... I will sure be following that beautiful man. That's Canete, is it? He's a lovely smile, alright, isn't he? Hard to be negative considering we just won the title. No, lads, I don't care who leaves and who stays. If Salah left, I didn't care because I just know that the team is going to be improved. You know, Verge left, it'd be a bit of adjustment. I just didn't care because it's coming to a point where these players are just going to have to leave over the next couple of seasons anyway. They're at that age, you know. It's happening now. I'm still thinking we can get like a lot of good out of Salah, obviously. So I'm delighted he's staying around, and I'm also delighted, you know. I wouldn't have been sad if he fully left because we would have replaced him anyway. You know what I'm like with Knat, I can't keep help myself. I hope Salah makes 2 goals this season for the goal. Me too as well, dude. Well, not for the golden boot, for he'll get the he's ahead for the golden boot. But that's another thing I was going to show you. I was after throwing that. We're only just talking about that as well. And it's there. Yeah. Speaking of which, that's your golden boot right there. Oh, that's not even in over there. My bad, lads. What's this called? Hang on. You can't see that on TikTok. Give me 1 second. I'll have to do a second one. Yeah, you can't see it on TikTok. Hang on. 1 goal more than Salah. Oh, you mean for the season? Oh, it's a goal. Brighton got a goal. Samuel Roach. When I'm watching the game live, why would you put the score in there? You're lucky I didn't see that. You would have been banned instantly. Why, like, no offense, but who comes into a chat of a fella watching the game and then tells him the score is happening just because you don't see it above my head yet? It means I haven't seen the goal yet. But I did say it was going to be around 4-2, lads. It's goals on Brighton, like. Oh, we take that down. Left that score thing up too long. Yeah. Kylian Mbappe have more goals this season than what? Oh yeah, that's the league, is it? What's overall? Mm. 29 in the league. Okay, so we're 28 in this. You're on about the league. But I mean, there's also Europe and all that as well, you know? So, if they're going to go for, oh, scared. This is how you do it. Oh yeah, you got blocked. Alright, so she must have tried to put in another score. Salah isn't a striker, so that makes him even more immediate. That's the whole point. Well, neither is Mbappe really, but still. But that's in the Liga. Mbappe is not scoring those 29 goals in the Premier League. Not a hope. He's too slow. Too laid back. When you become that kind of figure in these places like France and you get this like persona about you slow down. Look at Trent. Trent has completely slowed down in recent seasons. He doesn't run anymore. Virgil's coming in. Why? Something going on that he doesn't like? Yeah, oh. They don't like what they're seeing here with Kwanzaa and Kanate. Is he? Dr. Barnes says, stay humble. How am I not staying humble, fella? Are you on about Arsenal? Because that's Arsenal fans that you're talking about there. I said it earlier there, Graham. I'm not going to go on another tangent about Trent. If you're able to rewind back the stream a small, you could see it, but it's just... I think he's a dick for what he's doing. So, like most other Liverpool fans. You can let the door hit him in the ass on the way out, for all I care. That's it, brilliant. Out it goes. Salah. Let's go. Ah. Well, you know, Jack, I was in the stadium booing him last week anyway, buddy. So he knew what I thought because he could hear it. He heard another 40 odd thousand of us doing it as well. The other 20 odd thousand with the half and half scarf, so they were clapping him. So yeah. And he'll hear me doing it again next week. And who do you support, Jack? If you don't mind me asking. Goon Squad. Thank you very much for the follow. That's not what Liverpool fans think, Jack. You haven't explained where you're from. So he didn't give 20 years of his life. He was developed by Liverpool for 20 years, which means Liverpool put a lot of money into him. You're looking at it from one side, right? So they put a shitload of money into him. For 18 of those years, nobody wanted Trent. Nobody came in and bid for Trent. Nobody did because they thought he was a local boy, didn't want to do it. He told the club 16 months ago that he wanted to leave and he wanted to do something different. They were like, Grant, no problem. You could sign a new contract. We can make the money off back that we invested into you and make the proper deal for the most expensive right back in the world at the moment. He blanked the club, didn't say fuck all of anything, right? Barely tracked back all season, didn't say anything to the club, and then said, no, I'm going to go. I'm not going to sign a new contract, anything. But the club kind of knew that from January onwards. So, you know, the club weren't being disrespectful. They gave him like his goodbye video, all of that. But the scouts was inside in the stadium. They let him know exactly what they thought of him, that he's a rat. So, and he went that way as a rat, and he'd be remembered worse than a rat, as Sterling was, as I mean, even McManaman being a blue, like he was able to leave on a free transfer and people were upset by it. But I mean, you know, all he had to do was sign a new contract and make Liverpool some money back when he was leaving. He didn't. Nobody gave a shit about him leaving. Yeah, it's a great boy, Kareem. And then you think like and the thing is as well, he's got 10 years left. All right, Gary, how's it going, man? Go one man can't say when coming. This game was wide open, going to score anything. That's a goal, isn't it? I said 4-2. He's 10 years left in his career easily as a right back. 10 years left, and instead of signing that extra contract, maybe, and he could have left a year later, like where we are right now, which is like more than double the time onwards that he told the club he wanted to leave. He didn't. He could have done that, made the club money. He could have stayed until he was 28, left and played another good 7 years for Real Madrid easily. But he didn't. So he left before he even hit his peak, after the club developed him, gave him all the opportunities, all because Klopp left, and didn't look after the club and didn't return the favour to the club. I know him and his family are on social media talking down to Liverpudlians because they live in council estates and stuff like that. Disgusting behaviour, man. Exactly, Christopher. I agree the same. I couldn't care less. Like, Bradley's a better right back than Trent. Trent has just got a worldly of a right foot. That's it. Yeah. Exactly. I think Liverpool knew last summer, man. Who said that? I don't know who that is. Who's that? Stephen. Yeah. Oh, no, we knew 16 months ago, dude. He told the club 16 months ago. So you're talking... What's that? So you're talking like into October, November of the 23-24 season. Yeah. The 23-24 season they knew. On Salah? Oh. And Frimpong's a good player, man. He'll come in now and be able to do what, you know, fill in for Salah when he's gone. No, he did pump a load of money into him, Jack. They absolutely pumped a load of money. How do you think his development goes on? When you're brought up to those stages, you're given away. So he was made captain of his youth side. He was told he was going to be made captain in the next 2 seasons at Liverpool. He turned his nose up at that, dude. Turned his nose up at that completely. He's a rat. Simple as. Of how he's done it. The fellas that travel home and away And the way fellas are there now and they're all like screaming rat at him at the sideline. I know a lot of lads, Jonathan Pope, all they're all over there now, right now. And if he goes running past them, they're going to call him a rat. Simple as. Development costs a lot of money. And it doesn't matter about the development. Nobody wanted him for years. The whole point was you don't mind foreign players and all of that winding on their contracts because they find it easier, because you expect them to do it. Everybody wants to play for Barcelona or Real Madrid. He's a Scouser. And he should have made money. He should have done right by the club and made money for the club. And he didn't. So fuck him. He's 26. He's not 29, 30, you know. Gerrard stayed the majority of his career there and then left to go to another country, you know, when he just couldn't do it in the Premier League anymore. You know, but we didn't want Trent to stay that long. We just wanted Trent to leave the right way. And that's the way it is. Rat is too nice for him. It is. To be honest with you. Him and his brother have been disgraceful in this whole process. They completely blanked Hughes and co. And what's his name? The young lad that took over from Edwards when he was there. At the time, Christopher, you know, if he'd have played into the midfield, it would have been good. And he would have been captain. I guarantee you, Verge would have left now in the next 2 seasons and he would have been captain for the whole, like, 6 or 7 years as a captain of Liverpool. Easily. Liverpool gave him a shot when they could have bought another right back. And Scousers gave him, and Liverpool fans gave him a shot. Even though all the time he was so suspect with balls over the top of him in the defence. But because he was Scouse, he was looked after. It's very similar to Curtis Jones as well. Curtis Jones just never gets the head up and he constantly passes backwards. Never gets... I can't remember the last time he's made a killer pass. Announcement tonight also, KERKEZ is happy to join. Fab dropped some news on Verts. Yeah. Oh, what did Fab say? Because he said, oh, well, Man City are out of it anyway because they can't afford him. And that's the whole thing about the situation with Trent, man. He left wrong, and that's the whole point. And fellas that have been following the club like me since 1985 and been to 300 plus games, you know, and all that are feeling it. And lads that travel home and away, they're feeling it. It's the half and half scarf boys, and a lot of young fellas that probably don't understand much about football are the ones that were clapping him. Go on, Salah. Oh, Connor. Yeah. All I say is good luck to him, but grass isn't green. It'll be the same. 2 years' time, as I said, Trent will be sitting there with braids on the bench of Real Madrid, just kind of kicking a water bottle around the place, kind of going, why didn't I stay at Liverpool? Because he was adored. He was adored here. And you watch him, we become more solid in defence. Liverpool beat Real Madrid in the Champions League final next season. I think so. I'd love that. I'd love that. I'd fucking adore that. Left us in Giant United. A rat. Exactly, Steve. And he was a rat for doing that. He was 100% a rat. You did? Oof. How do you feel about being able to defend the title next year? I think we should. I think a lot of teams have been able to defend it later. Well, mainly City, and we're the only team that's kept City honest for the last, let's call it a spade 10 years. I know Chelsea have popped in there once and Leicester have popped in there once, but constantly we're the only team that's been getting above 90 points for them the whole time. You know, we've had 2 bad seasons in that whole run, which would be a good season for some teams, but just really average for us. That was the year after we went to defend it the last time, and we brought in no signings, only like Steph Vandenberg and somebody else. But that was down to Klopp. Klopp didn't want the signings because he didn't want to upset the barrel, whereas the fans were screaming out at the time, and it wasn't nothing to do with it. And everybody was screaming FSG out, but it was down to Klopp. Klopp said it was his fault. He said he didn't want to do it. Edwards then left because he just said it wasn't. Why would you do that? Oh, hold on. And yeah, so no, Edwards is back in there, man, and like I better not see one person putting FSG out, man, anywhere on X or Twitter or whatever you want to fucking call it, because they clearly have no idea what's going on in the club if they're going to talk about FSG. Let me just tell you this now, lads. FSG are gone to pastures new. They're gone off signing new franchises, buying new businesses, all of that. Edwards is the king dingaling now. So everything rests on him. and Hughes is doing the negotiating jobs. And what's the other fella's name? Jesus, Julian Ward is backing them up, both of them up. I know we've got the new sports scientist one, or the data scientist one from Man City as well. So she's coming in to help alleviate what Edwards does, doing the numbers and all of that, because she's just as good. So there we go. There we go. So here's Sabo coming in with a free kick. I'm not going to read chat there now a second, lads. Please don't say anybody's put in a score, because I'm not going to look at it. Because the mods will ban you if I see it. There we go. Sabo. What a goal! Jesus! Sabo! Wow! No, Jack, seriously, I'm lucky you didn't see that, dude. The mods would have banned you. They would have I wouldn't have even seen it. Wait, I'm behind. Sorry, Sap. Yeah, no, it's a great goal. You have to stay on the time. That's the rules that's in this chat, Jack. If you're not on the same time as me, you can't react until I react. That's just the way it is. That's the simple rule. The one rule. Some goal. Look at this. Bang. He just did that, and that's, you know, that's his free kicks technique as well, man. That's a knuckleball shot. Look at this. Look at that. That's a top spin. That's unbelievable. It. Great goal. Great goal, Sabo. What is he going after his back for? Keeper's acting like he's no, dude, that ball was just fucking knuckled through you. There you go. Half time, lads. Brilliant. I think he got kicked in the head. Oh, I don't know. They paused that. Oh yeah, play it. Reset, second half. That's ready to go for the second half. Wow, that's what I'm saying. If you have to pick one win next season, which trophy would you pick? Obviously, we all want to win a few trophies. I think we will. I want to do the Premier League first and foremost again. I want to do it back to back, and I think that we can take the Champions League if we wanted to. I would just to be honest with you, because we've done a couple of finals now of the Carabao Cup in recent seasons. We've won a lot of those, and an FA Cup. I would kind of just like we do it anyway, but I would really put out a weaker side for most of the Carabao Cup games next season, just to not make us so tired from that January to March period when we kind of go on and off with the tiredness. And those mods there, Sabi, alright, they just noticed that I didn't see it first. So if it was spoiled, he would have been banned in the well. Go on, let's just actually, Sabi, if you're around there, I'll make you a mod and see how we get on for a while, if that's alright with you. And if you spot anybody doing it, you can because you've been here now quite a long while. Add comments, mute comments, block accounts, pin comments. No matters, turn on off comments, block keywords. There you go. Confirm. There you go. PP time. There you go. Yeah, nice one. I won't see it anyway. But just kind of give them, if the lads are sound, just give them a warning. But yeah, if they delete, I could still probably see it in the pop-out chat here. So afterwards, PP time. There you go, Carl. Knuckleball. Yeah, somebody sent that into chat here as well. He totally meant that. That's ridiculous, goal. I don't have the fob for the flats, lads, by the way. I do not. So we're in another chat there. We went on a Liverpool trip last week. There's some other lads came over, even lads from different teams. There was like a United fan there. There was an Aston Villa fan there. There was an Arsenal fan there. There was a Leeds fan there. And all of that came over, all the Liverpool lads as well. We were all staying in one big apartment, and somebody lost a fob for an apartment. So saying I had it, but I didn't have it. I don't even think I've even seen it once. Jeez, I was on the first day we went over there, dude. I was in the pub inside Lanigan's drinking at 9 a.m. The lads didn't arrive until like about 11 or something like that. So I had a good 2-hour session before they even arrived. So by the time it got to like 8 or 9 o'clock, Kev was on the whiskies. You know what I mean? I was bollocks. I had to go back and go to sleep and everything. I was like, I'm so tired. I'm getting too old for this shit. And yeah. Story, lad. It's happening. Mr. BR Management. Is it BR? Mr. Brandsman? I don't know how to say that word. Anyway. They'll stay humble, darling. Who's Nebelem? Stay here and you'll end up building a statue in your honor. Go somewhere else. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, Christopher, sorry, yeah. I didn't notice the last name. Yeah. They'll, it's the same thing Klopp said. James Rogers Longford. I like James. What's happening, kid? Let's get more water there now, lads. Nice one, lads. It's been, even though it's quieter than usual, but there's been over 4,000 people through anyway on TikTok, so thanks very much. And YouTube eyes are always there. World title, 500 meter freestyle Euro Games. A few titles be nice to have. Oh yeah. Who? Azzy, what do you want about? Ping pong world title, 500 meter freestyle Euro Games. A few titles be nice to have. A few titles be nice to have. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, who told me to stay humble earlier? Who was that? Remember what I pulled out of the bag on the trip to Liverpool? And I do, man. It was a rampant rabbit for your missus. I fucking do. That was amazing. I remember that. I remember sitting down and fucking Dino was on one side and then Alan was in the corner and then you were just pulling out a random rant. Oh, she loved this when I go on. I bet she fucking did. If someone does not post, score, mute, or block them, your choice. Yeah. Long time ago. Just how long ago was that? Was that 7-8 years ago? No, James. It only feels like fucking like a couple of years ago. But I mean, was that Stoke? Was that Stoke for us? 1-0. 0-0. Remember right? Or was that Chelsea? That was Chelsea. How am I saying? That was Chelsea. The 1-0. The free kick from fucking what's his name, wasn't it? Yeah. Chelsea. 1-0. I remember well, fucking what's the man? David was Sideshow Bob with an amazing free kick. Gini Wijnaldum with the header, wasn't it? Time for another one. Oh yeah. I'm over, dude. I'm over the whole fucking time now. The whole time. And I'm trying to add more and more tickets as I go along. I was over last week. No, that's what I was saying. No, brought the lad. The actually, it was only supposed to be about 3 of us going over, and then there ended up being 10 of us, and ended up getting an apartment. But then I'm over again on Saturday. We're going late Saturday night though, and flying into Manchester. We're staying in Manchester that night. Because it's like we're not into like 12:30 and we're not getting the taxi or regular taxi driver to come up and pick us up. At that time, it's just stupid. So, and then we're staying above Lanigan's actually on the Sunday for the match. But I'm flying home after the game, after the parade. But when I say after parade, I'm talking like 6 or 7 hours. So I could probably get drunk for the parade, get sober again, go home. Then after that night. Yeah. I just say I pulled the bullet, man. You know, I've been on that season ticket list since 1985, 86. There, my dad put me on it, and then you know when it changed the policy to the L4 postcode. Remember that 1999, 92 or 2000. I don't know if I was 600 or 800 on the list. I can't remember, but it was close enough anyway. And which means I would have had a season ticket within at least 4 years, I'd say. And it's rightly so that they changed it to the L4 postcode as well, like, because I mean it should be Scousers getting it. The problem with that though is that it wasn't really a lot of Scousers got it. A lot of people got it and then sold it to touts, and that's the big issue there. That's the only big issue I have with that, is that a lot of people got those tickets and then sold them off to touts. and out touch, like, are the ones that are monopolising it. But anyway, outside that, they kept asking me for years and years, would I like to get into the hospitality side of things? I said, no, I can't afford it. No, we're not working. No, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, met the missus, and then we were getting married, and they offered me again. I said, no, I just have to pay for a bloody wedding. And then they offered me again, like a year or so later. And I goes, nah, it's just the son is just born, and we'll just have to buy in a house. And I said, no. And then they asked me another couple of years, and I said, Jesus, no, the missus is pregnant again. And then they said, all right, we'll see, we'll come back again in 2 years. They came back in 2 years, and I said, yeah, Danny, I fuck all going on now. I'm buying these contracts. So I was buying a couple, and then one of the lads got on to me and said, can you buy more, Kev? So I ended up getting 3 seats together, and then a couple of the lads came in on them with me. So, but the thing is, the tickets are 21 grand a year, like, you know, for the 3 tickets. It's nuts money, nuts. So when people turn around and say, because I understand there's corporates, which is full of all, you know, just TikTokers and stupid people that shouldn't even be anywhere near the stadium, that are just dancers, and they're just, why are they going to a Liverpool game? Why are you even there? You know, why are you going to a United game? Why are you going to an Arsenal game? All these kind of people that are just getting them free because of companies. They should be gone, long gone. But people like myself, who's regular fans, that's all that's around me. They're just regular fans, man, around me that just want to buy tickets for seats because it's the only way they can do it. So they fleece us because we're not from the L4 postcode, and that's, you know, there's 2 sides to both of them. Yeah. Could we see choosing a right back depending on how offensive we would be like to be next season? Christopher Reese, but Arne Slot likes to play with an inverted attacking right back, and he has his left back that tucks in a bit more and then joins the pack as they're further up the pitch. So he always moves the pack. If you're looking at me now, which way would you read right hand side? Just right hand side? Anyway, well, I'll just do it the way I do it for my own hands. So he packs that side in there, move a bit forward that way, and then they pile on the pressure this way, but cover off because the defensive anchor can drop back in or move forward, you know, so it's really good. Yeah, James, no hassle, man. I see you later. Darren, thanks very much for the follow. After watch the second half, yeah, me too. Just remember, lads, for people that have joined, stick on the same time as me. When I start my time, that's the time I'm on. If you see a goal before I do, please don't celebrate in chat because the mods will ban you. Scantily clad females outside the arena to find the sugar daddy. Pretty much. You can't go watch Liverpool live. We miss your watch along, Carl says. This is my last watch along, Carl. This is my last watch along for about 2 months now. Yeah. Yes, of course. What? Who said that? Carragher tried to say the Sabazlai's thing was a cross when he was 100% mint. So even more heavy metal football after Klopp left. Good time to be around. It is. It's great. And you know what? Arne Slot is coming in and putting his stamp on the team straight away. He's saying, this is what I want. He's also said it in an interview, and he said it live now, that he wants to, watch messages pop in. Okay. He's also said it live that that we're going to be shopping at the top table for anybody that we have to bring in. And look what we are. Frimpong, you know, league champion last season. You have KERKEZ, who's probably the best prospect left back in the whole of the Premier League. And getting them guys in, you know, Simicast will move on. Andy Robertson is there to rotate now and back up and be helped. Because I don't think he wants to go anywhere soon, even if he is playing a bit less. And he was playing in some parts a bit less this year as well. So, you know, so it's all good. By the way, I need to take down that top goal scorer thing because I don't have that on TikTok for some reason, and the chat is not popping up so my bad. I'll do that again. I'm very delayed. I need to add more buttons in this bloody stream deck. I have too many. Like Miles says, Kwanzaa, Elliot, Bradley, all doing well for the bench players. All right, Miles. That's not Miles Gaffney, is it? No, Owen Miles. Okay. Sorry. I thought it was a buddy of mine. Yeah, Kwanzaa, Elliot, Bradley, all doing well for bench players. Yeah, Kwanzaa's a bit leggy. That's why Virgil was warming up a bit earlier. But Elliot and Bradley have been playing well. Bradley's been man the match for me. He's been outstanding. The future's looking great, guys. No bother. Yeah, no hassle. I just looked there to see her name. you don't see the name Miles too often, especially spelled like that as it's normally a first name. You not seen the look on Dom's face though. He meant this, Carragher. Donkey. Lads, I got a load of Everton fans rattled. They got very bad on the Premier League post. Miles, thank you for the follow. I got them very rattled on their trade for some reason. I only turned around and I said, so when I did a post, it was where's the post? Premier Leagues. Where was that? Where's the initial post? How do I see that? I don't know. Is this it? 9 hours ago. There's some Malaysian guy telling me how to follow and how to support. Because I took the piss out of Everton in the stadium. Because Everton the Premier League threw up a video. I'd have to find that there now. The Premier League threw up a video about Everton moving stadium or something like that. And the end of an era and all of this. You know, is this 1 hour ago? Where's the Everton one? It's like from a couple of days ago or something, was it? 2 days ago? No. Let me have a look now. I forget what I said. Anyway, they put it up and the highlight reel was pretty much 85% of goals against Liverpool in games where they got a draw. And I was like, alright, that's a bit funny. Nothing about like the history before the Premier League and that when they were like in winning trophies. Thank you very much for the heart, Christopher. I appreciate that. So pretty much nothing to do with like any European things or anything to do with that. And Jesus Christ, man, I got called fat this and I'm a see you next Tuesday that and all of that, and I just laughed at all of them. And I was just like, hang on a minute, I'm not fat. I know. But like still, I was laughing my head off. Because all I said was, Jesus, all of these are like, they're pretty much 80% images of getting draws against Liverpool in goals. And then nothing to do with winning trophies or lifting trophies and nothing to do with even being involved in Europe. Nothing short from the past even about Europe. I was being deadly serious. Why would they take that reel? Oh man. The abuse I got was funny as hell to watch. And we're off. That's the exact time I'm on. No spoilers, please. What number you think FRIMPONG get? Who's leaving? Anyway. All depends. If Joe Gomez leaves, he could get number 2. What number is he at? What number is he at? Thing again. His number is FRIMPONG. Just betting on FRIMPONG. Let me put that back off. Rob O'Keefe being linked to Celtic. That'd be a good move from next second. Leo me alone. Wayne Rooney. I'll get that. Anyway. What number is he? That's showing his number. Shirt number. So he's number 30 with them, and he's number 12 with the Netherlands. He could take either, couldn't he? Because Joe Gomez moved from 12 to 2, didn't he? Do you think so? Yeah, I mean, it's been very good. I'd say he could take 30, like, yeah. Christopher, is that his number and what he plays? He plays 30 for Bayer Leverkusen and he plays number 12 for the Netherlands. Both are available, I think. Because I just remember the last person I remember is 12 was Joe Gomez. Seen before, it was by the Scorpion with Deja Vu. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Because the match is back on there now. I still don't know why I really have to look into that. Why The question is who's leaving this summer. Simicast is going. Elliot might go. Don't rule out Kwanzaa being loaned out or doing whatever, and being in the market for another defender. If he's going to keep Gomez, just one of Kwanzaa or Gomez is going to go, I think. Nunes is gone. It's 4. Jota will go. 5. There's a question on Diaz, so I'll just put him as a half. So there's a question on Diaz. He might leave. Maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of players leaving, lads. There has to be a lot of replacements coming as well for that. You know, you don't know whether Robertson could be asked to move on as well, but like he was saying recently that his contract is up after next season, so he's hoping that he hears the same cry for, because he said he'll sign, but he's hoping that he hears the same cry for signing on for him, you know. And I think he should get a 2-year rolling contract after that as well. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there playing the Milner role, coming on doing stuff in games. I think he deserves it for what he's done for us. I think I'd love to see him finish his career at Liverpool. I just, you know, not at the cost of us losing out and having a secure left back there, like, you know. I think he's more than earned that. He has, I think, can give more, to be honest. I think so. I think he's starting to really love the club as well. He said he doesn't want to go anywhere. Free kick for Brighton. That was a terrible free kick. But when he's gone out there, Chiesa looking for it. Go on. Oh, no, it wasn't Chiesa. It was Bradley. Oh, that's not. It's a poor free kick to be given away there. I do think Elliot might go, Miles. I think Wolves are really in for him. I think they're pushing hard for him. From what I've heard. And you know, there's a possibility of getting about 35 mil there for him easily. Like, you know, I don't know where Cunha is going to go. I didn't even see any links to him recently. I haven't looked it up recently. There could be deals on there as well, you know. If you don't get like the striker deal fully over the line. Nunes is definitely going, but it's where he's going to Napoli, who's well in for him as well. You know, Napoli need people. I think they might go for Chiesa and Nunes. We'll see. It was a stupid tackle. That Kwanzaa, was it? Gary says Liverpool need 2 strikers. Sorry, guy, I only seen that now. He's going to Man United. Oh, Cunha, okay. She's one way to ruin your career. What a save, Ali. Gravenberg. Was it Gravenberg? Jesus. They've already spoken to Wolves. Okay. Wolves are looking at Elliot as well, probably for those little gaps as well. Elliot's showing he's worth here as well. Liverpool bought him for 10 million or something. They'll definitely get 35. Liverpool, they'll sell him for 35 million and get the 17.5% add-on that they normally do. Come on, get that out of there. Great save. What a beautiful he is. Beautiful man, is it? I know, but I think that's it. Well, 35 million pounds, obviously, but I think it should be minimum that as well for Kelleher, to be honest with you. I think Kelleher is one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and we should not be chump changing. But I think what the main thing is how much Liverpool make money after these players go now. So Liverpool are very smart these days. Look at the money that we made for Dom Solanke. We sold him for 35 million. Then we added a 17.5% clause into, I was a 19.5% clause into the contract. So we ended up making another 11 million on top of that again for him, you know, a couple of seasons later. So the same thing can happen with Elliot. We did it for Brewster. We did it for all of these people. We're not going to make the money back off all of them, but we will. It was 50 million pounds or something like that, yeah, for Keita. And we should have got him the season we paid for him, because he picked up that bloody injury that season in the league when he got done, and he was never the same player since. We got a broken player when he came in. He was outstanding for RB Leipzig before that. Outstanding. I forgot to get my water. I'll have to get that in a minute. Yeah, Sabasle. Gravenberg. Tuck it inside, tuck it inside, tuck it inside. There you go. There you go. Sabasle's position. Yeah, that's it. Quansa. Simicast. It's a good turn inside, Simicast. He just has no right foot, man. Mark, how's it going, man? How have you been? Say hello to your new co-mad and Sabby. She's in there now with you, helping out. There you go. Great run. Come on, Gakpo, you don't need to lean on him. We've been grand, Mark, to be honest with you. You know, yeah. KERKEZ hasn't done anything special for me, man. To be honest with you, I can see why Slot has left him out of the side. We know he does a phenomenal player in there. Look at that. There's Salah right behind the defence. There you go. KERKEZ! Oh. I can't see the TikTok chat, pal. You have some other chat in the background. Is black. Oh, sorry. Oh, is that what that does there? Why doesn't anybody tell me that chat is annoying you? My bad, guys. Hang on. Oh, Salah. My bad. I'll take that away. So. Okay. So I can just leave that blank. Okay, because it always looks blank here to me, and then I keep forgetting about the actual TikTok chat. My bad, lad. Yeah, nice one for letting me know that, because nobody's ever let me know that all the other chat gets in the way of the chat. Hi, Mark. I have water. Evening, Carl. Let's see you in it. Right, yeah. Oh, more. Yeah, Salah's been fairly quiet, isn't he? I haven't seen him do much of anything. You want eye-watering money? Whatsoever one's opinion on the product between contracts and endorsement side businesses. Brady made $500,000 over 20 years, retired. Fox gave him $400 million for 10 years in the boot. Jesus. Oh. What is that, 500,000 or 500 million? Okay. I would say. It's nuts. I would say, Jesus Christ, 500,000 is probably what he made a week. Why is this fan not working, man? My window is open as well, and it's still roasting. Our fan has finally gone kaput. When we move into the new house anyway, I'll be getting a new... There's windows all around, so I won't need... Also, lads, when I move into the new house, it's not going to be kind of like a flat wall behind me. I'm going to be going into kind of like a corner unit. Get it out? Like a corner unit where it's going to be like 2 double kind of rising desks, if I can. Well done, Ibu. Brilliant. Nice one, KERKEZ. One headed that. It's offside anyway. Alright. How is Salah missed that? I don't know. Don't even ask me, man. You'll be being mad and glad you're good. It's very easy, Sav. You just see somebody acting a dick and you just say, click, bye. It's that easy. Will you be keeping an eye out for Klopp in the parade? He'll probably be well drunk. Well, I'm going to be down by where he's going to be hanging out, I'd say. We've kind of got a bit of pull there by the Crown Plaza and stuff, so we're going to be around there. It says, we're due to the test with some fake accounts. Yeah. Brighton having a bit of a period. Yeah. Do you think Trent will be at the parade? Yeah, I'd say so. He'll be there. He'll be there. Will we care? No. We'll all be looking at that trophy. Quite the last 2 months of the season. Yeah. That's gonna... Kind of steps up for the last couple of games though, doesn't he? That's a great ball. Bradley. Salah's moved on. Inside Elliot. Jesus. Simicast. So slow in the build up when it comes to that left hand side. Ah, oh, but Gomez up front, I'd love it. Just to get Joe Gomez a goal, man. That dude can't leave the club without ever scoring a goal. Gomez is on the bench, is he? I don't know. I don't think so. No, he's not there. Is he ready yet? He's nearly back. He'll be there for the last game. Noah? Is it? I think that's Noah. Thank you for the fall. Daniel Egger will be in Liverpool for the parade. Everybody will be there, I'd say. First proper parade. The last 2 Premier League titles will be celebrated at that parade. See, the thing is, well, you hear about all that shit about, oh, it's the COVID title. Every idiot. Oh, it's going to be a goal. No, what a save, Ali. Is he on the bench, is he? I didn't see. I know my flight's not until 11 o'clock that night or something. So I can still go walk around and party for the next 3, 4, 5 hours if I wanted to after. What time is the parade, eh? It's normally a bit early, isn't it? Even if it's at 4 o'clock and it takes 2 or 3 hours to go through 7 o'clock, that's 4 hours to get to Manchester, you know? So. Is that the subs? Whoa. Oof. Brighton playing well here now in the last few minutes. Great save, no one he was. Scrooder's been kind of annoying on that right hand side for them, or left. This Simicast over his head, man. If you're going to tuck out like that, Simicast, you have to win that. You have to intercept it, like. Either that or get in position where he can't just step by you. There you go. Diaz coming on, Nunez coming on. Curtis Jones might be coming on. Oh, excuse me. What's this? Tucked inside. It could be keys off. Well done. Gakpo's been mostly out that left. I kind of got it wrong with his formation. I don't know why he's playing Keys is so central though. Keys is better coming in from the wing. Let's see the new changes, yeah. But it was warming up in the first half, so Quan's off, I think. Not yet, anyway. I think he's gone. Let that go. You see these changes now. Yeah, Gomez is the longest surviving player at the club. This is 2012, is it? He's there like 13 years. It's a long time. Like, who gets a testimonial then some? Signing from Charlton, wasn't it? Came around the same time as Nathaniel Klein. Remember those pictures in front of the liveaboard that they started signing players, but it just looked weird. Fine. Sebastian, look at Salah through the middle. See? Oh. Gakpo. Oh! Yeah, it's going. Yeah, Nunez and Diaz coming on. Yeah. Who's going off here now, though? Will Elliot go out? Chiesa, maybe Elliot, and Saba. Oh, it's Gakpo. Okay. So Diaz is going out to the left. Will he lift Chiesa on? Yeah. Enough. Chiesa is the other one. So it's Gakpo for Nunez. Diaz going out. Nunez going central. So Jones for Elliot or Sabazley. Why Nunez? Get a couple of goals there before you feck off. Sabazley. Okay. So yeah, because Elliot's been playing well. He did a great goal. He looked. Inactivity in my life. Where's that? Bloody puzzle pieces. Lovely. Ibu. Jones. Granbrook. Oh, lovely layoff. Great ball, Elliot. Salah, Jones. Oh, come on, play it to Salah, will you? Elliot! Oh. It would have been a goal for Jones if he played it to Salah. Salah would have just laid it straight back to him. Salah wouldn't have gone for goal there at all. Might be a bit dark on the screen, that's because it looks a bit dark. It's a bit better, I don't know. Straight out. Diaz and Salah could get a goal, yeah. Yeah, I want Salah to... What's that record he has to beat from Henry? Does he still need a couple of goals, or... Why didn't Jones play Salah in? Yeah. That was a goal for Jones if he played Salah in. Salah would have just laid it back to Jones because everybody would have just ran to Salah. Oh. Time. That's it. I knew this. There's only truth in the rumours he sacked to Liverpool. He's a Liverpool fan, Lee, you know, so I think he would jump at the chance to go. It's all depends on whether Newcastle get Champions League or not, because he can be bought for like about 60 odd million if they don't get Champions League. If they do get Champions League, he could be up over 100, and I don't think Liverpool would buy it at that. I think they'd rather go for like an Alvarez. There's an Osimhen that you could go for. There's Sesko you could go for. There's even a Gyökeres, but he might end up at United because I think he's just a bit too slow for what we need, and he's very similar to Nunez, as in how he plays when he strikes. But Nunez is pretty quick. Oh, go on, Gravenberch. Oh. All hanging in the been away on holiday. Needs 2 assists, Salah, is it? Is that it? He's heading goals. What a ball. Simicas. Nunez. How did Nunez get to that header and head it out? That fuck. He got to the header, but he headed it back out. Boo for the algorithm. What happened there? I'm on YouTube. I'm always rooting for Nunez. Is it? There you go. That's a brilliant ball. He's gone through. Don't touch it, Nunez. Don't touch it. Yeah, Salah's still in there. He's not offside. No, Nunez. Is he still offside? Oh, Bradley. Salah! Oh! Jesus. Oh, Salah. So unlucky. Just think about Salah. He can be quiet sometimes in games and then he can just come out and do stuff like that and then get like 2 goals before the end of the game. What a ball. It's a great run, Nunez. Great run. Not sure about Isak. He seems to pick up a lot of injuries. This year he has, but for about 2 seasons he didn't. Yeah, I'm not I like the fact he's picking up groin injuries either. That's not great. I'd rather an Alvarez or a Sesko or somebody like that, man, just to have a look at and see what they're like. I wouldn't have minded even Acuna, to be honest with you. Like a false 9 kind of guy. He would be great, though, yeah. I get him. If we can get him in at the right price, you can get him in. Great ball. Oh. Who's that? What? Did he put that out of play? Simicast called out of play. Simicast, you have one job, dude. Let's just cross the ball. And you think like we still have players like that at the team when we're winning the league. Imagine what we're getting when we have the good players coming in. There's nothing to mob Saturday. Saturday, nobody's here. Play was lovely though. Oh, great save. Oh no, 2-2. With Tom Moser. Told you that's 4-2. Oh yeah, no, lads. Just went 2-2 there, Brax. It's just against the run of play, really. Liverpool have been all over them. Oh, well, in saying that, Liverpool have been all over for most of the game. It's at a period there from about 48 to 58 that Brighton had a great spell. That is a good finisher. Boo. So, with that dog, man, count as an extra man. There's what it is. I can't see what that one is. What's that? With a what? With a blind dog. Is it? Extra man, yeah, I say so. The team Jeremy Frimpong coach is home good, yeah. 6 bank holiday. What's that? Living in Norway, we're considering coming over for the parade. Is it worth it? And when will it be? Oh, it's on Monday, Christopher. Yeah. Seeing eye dog. Oh, seeing eye dog. Okay. Yeah, but it's. Let me here. So, I said 4-2, lads. I thought situations like this would happen. I was just with Brighton about even if we're kind of casual up. But look at Liverpool last week against Arsenal, absolutely dominating, and then slipped 2 goals, you know, because semi on the beach. I mean, the lads were in fucking Dubai there all week. You see them walking around all these footballers, and they're walking around with these big giant cups and straws. The fuck's that about? That's it. Salah should have gone inside there to Bradley. It's completely free. Ebu. Yeah, gone grab. Get ball down to Bradley. Bradley's always looking forward, man. Love that about him. He's gone. Ah. Poor ball from Elliot. Well done. Ah, Graf. Graf did so well there as well, but he just didn't get the ball. He didn't come away with the ball. I've got a feeling. Excuses FC. What are you on about, yeah? What excuses is that? What are you on about? What are you talking? Say what you mean by excuses FC, because that makes no sense to anybody in chat here. You see, when people like you come in and say stuff like that, you have to ask why. Like, what's going through your head when you say that stuff? What's it in reference to? What's the context? You can't just say random shit and then fuck off with your tail between your legs. Buying tickets now. I have to take a train from London because I refuse to land in Manchester. No, I'm flying into Manchester, Christoph. Jesus. I'm 100% flying into Manchester. It's only up the road. Like when you're coming from where I'm coming from in Ireland as well, you fly to Manchester, you fly to Liverpool, Manchester or Birmingham. Scott, pretty much has he. When you have a fella around, you know, he's got one letter in his name. Billy No, mate. Spends most of his time just answering angrily on TikTok videos. Well, there's a lot of people out there like that, man. Back in the day before there was internet, these were the guys that you'd walk up the road saying, "Get back into your house, you weirdo. You definitely touch kids, you." That was before the internet. 7 times, never landed in Manchester. What's mean loyalty? It's not even in Manchester, that bloody airport. It's way outside. It's called Manchester Airport, but it's way outside. It's not even in it. Loyalty, mate. It's an airport. Plus, when they charge you 300 odd quid to fly from Cork to Liverpool, and they only charge you 30 quid to fly from Liverpool to Manchester. What are you doing, like? Which one before that? Nah, that's a bit too extreme now. That's a bit too out there. Jeez, there was some touch from Mitoma. Yeah, it's on the link in the motorway. I think it's closer to bloody Warrington than it is to Manchester. Or Brighton is playing better. Yeah, of course they're going to be playing better. I mean, they're playing makeshift Liverpool sides that are just testing out, positions. Here's Endo now coming in. Give a bit more balance, I'd say. Who's he going to come on for that? Elliot, maybe? He's not defending enough. And he's a bit leggy, I probably see it as that. And there's a good link-up player as well. So, and Elliot's kind of jogging at the moment. Well, brilliantly won. Salah, he's going to get a card for that. Taking out Elliot. Salah. Go on, Salah. Come on. No doubt this guy could just walk it. At least if we go by how great they think they are. Go on, Ali. Well done. So when Ali first joined, was it against Brighton? No, I think it was against Brighton when Brighton first came into the league. When we did the flick up over the head. It's a great ball. Salah. Diaz. Jones moving on. Oh, brilliant. Oh my God, how did you lift that, Jones? Why did he lift it? He's in a perfect position and he chipped it towards somebody. Ibu. Free. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do the same, actually. It's just, this is what he needs done to beat, what's his name's record? Henry. But look, it's beach party. It's the beach party game next week. Crystal Palace win their first ever trophy. Liverpool win the league. Everybody's just going to be party time in Liverpool next week. Everybody. And after how Arsenal treated Palace in like the 80s and 90s, you know, stealing a lot of their players and their best players and just calling them like a reserve Arsenal. They'd love to see Henry's record gone as well. What? Ah, shit. Salah. Seriously, if they're such football geniuses, I have one question. Why aren't they coaching the games instead of online trolling? Oh no, they couldn't possibly leave the Nan's house. No way. The 2-year contract they gave him, though, I don't think he will be this productive. Yeah, well, it's to make money off him next season to go to Saudi. It's all about. I think this could be Salah's last season coming up for Liverpool. I think that they'll try. Oh Jesus! I think they'll try and make money off of. They'll try and make money for from Salah before he leaves. Because if he goes to Saudi, you should get 70 million for Salah going to Saudi easily next season. That's why Frimpong is coming in, because he's going to be more of a winger. You're going to see him being played that way. Mitoma has been a bit of an annoyance since he came on, but he always has been against Liverpool. Oh. Have you noticed Salah that never performed in the last 3 months? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, coasting along. He's been marked out of it as well, though. He only missed because of Arsenal's injuries. Brilliantly done. This is great football, lads. Elliot outside. Diaz gone up ahead. This is Elliot. Great ball. Endo. Oh. Jeez, this is a bad into a great move. Bad into a great move. In fairness. Yes, it looked very tanned all the same, didn't it? I was in Portugal there a few weeks ago, and then the sun has been like up around 23 degrees the whole time where I'm living. Today it just started trickles of rain with a bit of cloud just before it started getting dark. Ah, fuck's sake, Simicas! He's shocking, man. Why are you going for the play up? Take the ball. You're lucky there you didn't touch him. Brilliant. Kwanzaa. 1-2 with Elliot. Wants to run up the whole into the pitch. There you go. Diaz on the outside. And Diaz. Ah, for fuck's sake. He was one of Arnold's lads, wasn't he? Diaz. And Diaz. The Ballon d'Or this year with competition is too good. I don't know how the competition is too good. I mean, Rafinha was probably his only competition for me. I know they're gone out. So, who else is there? Who else has got the GA he's done? You know? Done what he's done. There's nobody. I think you just can't randomly give it to a person who wins the Champions League every single time if they've been not doing the same thing in their league. Grip ball. Ah, come on. Nunez, Jesus. Nunez will ever do fucking something, man. I don't understand it. If Salah's not to get the Ballon d'Or this year, it's an absolute farce. If somebody else is to get it who didn't get it, like Liverpool won the whole first time Champions League group as well. What about winning the competition? There's nobody else in the PSG team or the Inter Milan team that deserves to win the Ballon d'Or over Salah. Just for the comparison of the leagues that they've had. Exactly. So that's I'm hoping that they don't do it like that. But I mean, they were giving it to Messi and Ronaldo every year like a competition because they were scoring goals in shit leagues, uncompetitive leagues. Let's say. I said, come on, more. You can't leave that gap there like that. Well, oh Jesus, lads. Yeah, Jamal can give a good show, but has he got the same GA as Salah? That's the whole point. Is he has he the same contributions as Salah? It's like you mean Jamal's had a good like mid 3 months of the season. Salah's had the majority of it up until the last 2.5 months or something. Well done. Well done. Liverpool pushing for the winner here now. Who works Salah's making record. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He breaks non-stop records. Marcus Deadly, right? Tuesday 14 Central. Go on, what? Oh, was that Elliot? Tuesday 4 p.m. Central Time plus 6 GMT. Winnipeg is tied for the hottest city in the world at 37 degrees. Jesus. Thursday the high was +7. What? The hottest city in the world. It was tied. Was that 37 degrees? Oh wait, Celsius. Oh shit. It's very hot, man. Jesus. Best in the league and breaking all that. Exactly. Salah deserves the Ballon d'Or this year. It's the only year you're probably going to see him get a chance to win it yet. And I think everybody else on the planet wouldn't blink an eye because you mean Yamal can win it for the next 10, 15 years. I think for the seasons that Salah's had and he's still having, he deserves it this year. Yamal could win it 5 out of the next 7. Joe Haaland could be in there. It was just such a shame because Van Dijk deserved to win it 1 year. Salah deserved to win it another year. Lewandowski deserved to win it another year like that, and they were all overlooked by a popularity competition between Messi and Ronaldo, who didn't deserve it in a couple of those years. That's why he's kind of losing its stature a bit, you know. Have you seen the potential? Oh yeah, 100%. Like Frimpong is done. He did his medical yesterday. So he'll be announced. I don't know if they'll announce him in such a way. They might. I mean, Verge was announced before. Remember, he was announced at Christmas. In front of a Christmas tree before he was even signing in January. Jesus Christ, man. So there end was. Don't even get to the back post. That's it, Willen. Where was Ibu there? He's been. Oh, goal. 3-2 Brighton. No, he's offside, is he? No, it's not. It's not. To pay to win title. Chelsea are still trying, yeah. You see. He's on it, yeah. Yeah. Slightly off, is he? Looks slightly off. Where's the line to that? Jesus. Could be onside, could be off. That's a weird one, though, for me there. He's just playing Robin Hood at this point in the league, giving away to play. I know. It could be given, it could not be given. Goal. 3-2 to Brighton. Yeah, it could have been either way. But it's not going to be the 4-2 prediction I predicted anyway. I know, Dembele can't win that Ballon d'Or, dude. He didn't even start in one of the games against Arsenal. Jesus, Quansah not stepping out in time again, man. Just ball watching. I'm just waiting to find out. No, we've had it over here, Lassie. It's even still really warm right now. Teams are delighted to play us right now, like, because we're just not on it. We're just not. It is a massive farce. Yeah, the Ballon d'Or, yeah. If they've won the league as far as beating us as much when yeah, he doesn't score that often, young fella. So doesn't win this year, it really has become an unimportant. Anyway, it did lose all respect for me. I won't give a shit who wins it in the future. I never will. I nearly didn't the last time the Virgil van Dijk shouldn't have done it. He would have been the first defender since Cannavaro to win it. When it used to be actually a viable trophy that was given to the quality of a player and his contributions throughout the season. Is he, bro? It gives City the best team in the world when they've been breaking rules. Yeah. What? They give City the best team in the world? What? Not this season. Just watching the fastest politics, anyway. Well done. And Elliot, Connor. Last year's Rodri Ballon d'Or was the most mid one I've seen, to be honest. But Rodri was very good. You know? He was outstanding that season, so that's a bit legit. But Salah, I can't see anybody, and I've been watching football all around the world the whole time. I haven't seen anybody that's been that good. As good as Salah all season. No one. Oh, yeah. Nunes. Oh. Richarlison celebrating to equalise and win the title last. Yeah. There you go. Oh. They pay to run around the field, and you how bad they can be. Pretty bad for the fans. It's a big difference. I know the funny enough of it, but yeah, no, it's all about the club for us. Well done. Come on. Well done. And did you go for Salah? Oh, Salah nearly tucked it inside there. To Nunez. I'm happy for Palace though for the first major trophy against City too. Yeah, loved it. I actually celebrated from 8 minutes at a time. And then it. There you go, that's. You can be right with your 4-2 Brighton prediction. And let's switch it around there now. I usually have a feeling about these. I knew there would be goals in this game. In the season, playing from not much of anything, but it's just a Brighton and Liverpool game. So they've got some handy forward players that can score a few goals. And then we've got sleepy defenders. Let's get out of it. Yeah. So Sally is his assistant. Brighton can win. We need to send the players back to a BCAS or ASAP. Is it just one assisting? Is it two? As a Liverpool fan, fair play, I guess. Yeah. Maybe we're pretty much 60% on the beach. So, Ibu, it's a bad ball there. Brighton will not want to go forward. Oh, no, last out net there. Come on, Elliot. Grab control of it and then pass it. I don't know, Manchester teams, yeah. The year they announced them as that. 54-2. Right. I said great ball inside. Here's Diaz. Diaz. Oh, fuck's sake, Diaz. What's that? What's he doing? Very hard for Spurs fans. They can sort of handle. Yeah. I know. They let them. Jesus, let Spurs win it. Let them get it. Let them at least get a trophy. Couldn't care less about them. They're nothing to us or our record. You'd want any team that's nowhere near us in records of winning anything to win trophies. That's the way I say it. Oh, kind of play that. Simicast, man, is just dog shit on the left back position, isn't he? I tried to give him chance after chance. He's just so slow on the turn, very rigid. Loses the ball a lot of the times. It's on Wednesday, Sabby. Spurs. Oh my god, Eva, what are you doing, man? Eva just gave him a ball. You can shoot on a score. If he went low, there was a goal. Yeah. Still say Isak. I would want that. Take him on. Just don't want to be stuck with a fella that just. You remember Sturridge? I don't want to be stuck with a gifted player like Sturridge that just never was available. You know, but that, I mean, that's. Isak has been available the last 2 seasons. He's got a groin injury now, though. That's not what you kind of want. Lads aren't. Like, our lads aren't running as well. They're trying to get into positions and stuff, but they're not running. And that's coming from some of the lads that only just came on the pitch as well. I'd safely say, though, in the next couple of nights, I would put money on Wolves to win that game against Crystal Palace. You could put your house on that. You could bet your entire house on Wolves winning against Crystal Palace. Because them boys were just hammered yesterday. That's inside, lovely. Gravenberg. Right. Simicast. Diaz. Jesus. Shame United got Cunha, though. He would have been better off. And did he sign from yet? Or is this just a rumour? We don't want injuries either. Exactly. We had it too often, lads. We still had Sturridge and all of them. We were picking up bloody Oxlade Chamberlain and I had Keita and, you know, Adam Lallana and Jesus, what's his name? Thiago. Just so many injury prone players. So many. And like even Joel Matip was fairly injury prone as well, you know? Yeah. Oh, is he done? Oh, I thought he was after heading back towards his goal. The defence for these, to be honest, yeah. So let's see. Maybe in Liverpool short to pick up less injuries because he mightn't have to work as hard. But we see. But Newcastle have been a great side this season as well, like, you know, the last couple of seasons. And he's such a good finisher as well. So maybe for that, you know, just don't give him much to do, I suppose, and he won't get injured. Improving KERKEZ would be a good project for the summer because he's greed for goals is amazing. Well, he's got 2 more seasons left. So unless we're kind of going to make money off him to break a 2-year contract that's left, what's that? If to go to Napoli, it'll have to be for a major profit. You could even see us getting 30 million for him just to go to Napoli, and that would have meant, you know, we would have made at least around 20 odd million on it. Have you noticed all the teams that won trophies in England top league have a bird in their badge this season? Yeah, Carl. Yeah, hopefully it'll be the same for the Europa League. What is that? It's just such lazy passing out this stage. Look, they're doing it again. Yeah, just so casual. Liverpool are on the beach, like. Yeah. Ugh. Because even the pension, he was a £130 million player a couple of seasons ago before he got that injury, you know. He is that. So 30 seconds left. Man's just giving out this opinion now. So, Cass, why didn't you attack that? And why did you just give it back to the Brighton player instead of just heading it back to your player? Most of the issues that we've had tonight is because of Simicast being there. That's a great win for Brighton. For them, but it's like Simicast was dog shit, man. He's Evan, thank you for the shirt. Think more, don't we? Yeah, please give him a go. Good game, still doesn't matter, but it still hurts a bit. It does, but it's nice to but Slat said like he was going to test all the players for the rest of the season. He wasn't on about winning the games because we didn't have to. Maybe they are colourblind. I know, like even some of the balls that have been passed away, given it to Brighton players in the last few minutes there was poor as well. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to see Ingmore now developing a bit more as well next season. You know, it'll probably benefit him more if Diaz leaves, if there is talk of him leaving in the summer, so we'll see. So that was just, yeah. Still another game. We got Crystal Palace next week, lads, at home. Let him break all that records. Let him become the most successful single season player in the league history, like with goals and assists, beating Henry's. We've got three guard of honors and 1 point. That'll just tell you where we're at, lads. Yeah. That's right. And I said, why are they celebrating like they're playing an normal Liverpool team? I don't understand that, man. Oh, actually, they broke. Oh, yeah. It's all about the money, though, for them, isn't it? To finish the positions. I still think Slat is clever. Is being clever. Player is being clever. Playing fringe players and losing. At least we want, 9 points in 5 months. Yeah, very true. They're not rivals no anymore, Christopher. I don't even think of them as rivals. Even when the games come up now, I'm just like, oh, we're going to hammer these. You know. The history is there, but it just doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it anymore to me. Jesus. Exactly, lad. See you later, Spence. Nice one for popping in, lad. I just been sleepy with the lads that came on there. They was just asleep. Majority of them. Diaz didn't even get out of second gear. Didn't even get into second gear. He was in first gear the whole time. Did a couple of things, danced along the edge of the box, and that was about it. There's a tester from what? Look, there's going to be. We all know, but we'll just have to win the league with a team that's going to be pretty much decimated in the summer, I think. So when I think of it now this way, so let's go counting. So we know Nunez is gone. I'd say Jota goes. We know Trent is gone. We know Simicast is gone. That's it. Then that's 4. You'll have one of Kwanzaa or Gomez go. That could be 5. You know, you're going to have Queevy and Keller going. If you forgot about him, he'll make us money. He should make us over 30 million, to be honest with you. That's 6. You could have Elliot going. It's another one there. Chiesa could leave to make that money back. That's 8 players from the main squad. And we're still not even looking at maybe Diaz going. you know. So that's a few there. That's like at least 8 players that could go. We've already brought in 2 to replace, you know, the 2 of them that could go in the wings. So wing backs. Savvy, right, I'm off now. Enjoy yourself next game weekend at Anfield. I will. I fucking will. I tell you that. And you will succeed with 39 points. That is very poor. Yeah, that's terrible. Have a good night, Sammy. He quite goes. Don't think he's good enough for Liverpool. Yeah, I don't think he rates him either. I think we'll be in the market for a centre back as well. I think I have an awful feeling Slat's just going to do similar to what he did at Feyenoord, but just not as much. Not buying in 17 players, but he's going to. You could see the bones of a good 6 or 7 coming in. I have this weird feeling, man. It's going to be one of those seasons. Like, guys, no, I'm not drinking, Seb. I'm actually I'm back at the doctor's in the morning. I'm going to find out if I have to go for maybe an operation or something, but we'll see on the hernia. If that's the case, I won't be drinking anyway on the weekend, I'd say. So, any classic rivalry from the Everest performances? Saskatchewan Rough Riders, Green and White versus Winnipeg Manitoba Blue Bombers. Go Labor Day, first Monday. SRT. Yeah. This is a poor finish, even though it doesn't mean it. Yeah, but it's going to happen. This stuff is going to happen. We had similar as well in the 2020 season, where we're losing to City 4-5-1, whatever that was, and when we're losing to Arsenal after being 1-0 up, and all of these kids just on the beach, and that was the earliest ever a team won it in the league. So yeah, definitely won't. Go to water, it's a. So. Pin the cut. Which one's your pin? Going off now. Love to find the channel today. We'll be back next week. Christopher, thanks very much for coming in, buddy. Just spotted it there. Appreciate it. We'll be back next time. Well, my next watch along won't be until the preseason, which is I'll pop it up. I'll show you. So it'll be then Liverpool versus AC Milan Saturday the 26th of July. Now I will be doing live shows directly to YouTube or just going live on TikTok, so just be around for that. But for the next watch along, it's going to be that because I'm over for the Crystal Palace game obviously next week, and the trophy lift and the parade and whatnot. I'll try and go live there, lads, and I'll get to chat to you and the whole lot while I'm there. I will definitely go live on my phone. I was going to do it this weekend, but I'm 100% going live on my phone I should say last weekend when I was over. But I'll definitely go live this time. We'll be definitely off. We'll see you there, guys. Thanks very much, Sab. Appreciate it. Oh, bless you. Don't take too much for a and we are going to Spencer's off. Me too, Carl. To win the title in style. Yeah, we'll just do it next week. Go and hammer Palace next week. They won't care. They've won a trophy. The Salah against that record and the whole lot ended on a high, and you'll just forget about the last couple of weeks. The 1 point and 3. I was expecting something like this anyway, lads. I didn't think we were going to go all. When Slot said straight away, as soon as Spurs was done, if we win the league, he was going to rotate the team. Once he said that to me, I was like, it's going to be draws or losses or the odd win, you know. So yeah, who cares though? We just won the league. My first pin comment was, wow, Savvy, you got it first. Virgin State broken. Alright, lads, listen, appreciate you all supporting and following this year and the whole lot. There's been over around 8,000 if you through the stream tonight. And over 6,000 likes, so I appreciate that. I'll see you, and to the 7 new followers as well, I appreciate it. But thanks very much. It's been a great season. Liverpool are champions. Them Scousers again, huh? And I'll go live for the shout out the channel. Which channel? My channel? Whose channel? If it's on my channel, well, yeah, you're on my channel if you're here. Spiderlings, there you go, guys. That's it. Right, lads, good luck. Can you say have a happy end of season, I suppose? Liverpool are champions. Let's go on and win it all again next year. And let's take the Champions League with it. Be great, wouldn't it? Just the Arne Slot period has well and truly started. Let it long continue. He's a young manager. So yeah. Freddie B says, yeah, who cares if we've run around Anfield with the league? Exactly. Who cares? It's been great. It's been absolutely great. But lads, look, I'll go live from Anfield next week for the match. But definitely for the parade. You know, I'll have a chat with you. I'll have you live there with me. I'll have to buy one of those battery pack things to keep this thing going while I'm over there and do it. Thoughts on Wirtz? Great player. If we get it over the line at 84 million, which is what being touted, that'll be outstanding. The Leverkusen do not want to sell him to Bayern Munich, so they've said like if the Bayern Munich come in, it'll be over 100 million they'd have to pay, which they won't. And City already have to pop it out. They want to sell him to City. So yeah. Freddie B, no, I'm at the game, Freddie. I'll be at the game next week. I was at the game last week as well, the last home game. I'll be at this one. I have 3 season tickets, lad. In absolute state, my signing, and I'll be at the parade as well. So, lads, I'll see you for AC Milan in July, but I'm going to be going live the whole time from here, from then till now. I'll be testing out new scenes and whatnot anyway. So, yeah, I'm listening to these boys chatting in my fucking ear. Yeah, lads, I'm tired. It's gone past my regular bedtime that's been recently, which is nuts. Gomez up front against Palace. I agree, Miles. Do that. I'll take that in a heartbeat. Great watch on. Thanks, Carl. Nice one, lads, for being here. I'll be on you, don't worry. I'll be going live, and the whole lot will more likely be from, if I am going live, it's going to more likely be on TikTok, lads. So if you're on YouTube, whatever that, come over and start following the TikTok, because that's the easiest to go live from on my phone when I'm over there. So so it won't be Twitch and it won't be anything like that. It'll be just TikTok. Who we got next game? Palace. It's the beach party. Mitoma's Magic. Congrats on the win as well, by the way. It was good, like. But it could be. Both teams are at the beach for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So, Slat's completely rotating the team every bloody week now. So the last game of the season, though, he might actually play a strong team to say, like, thank you to the team that kind of won the league. So you might see that. That might be a good thing to see happening. I'd like to see that. So, especially being over there. And at it. Right. Good luck, lads. Champions again, huh? Aye. See you later.